optical art. Okay guys, I'm going to give you the exact day I'm expecting the next drop for Bitcoin. I'm going to show if we push up, next point to put in a short, and I'm going to give you 3 likely points too long if we drop. I think the second one is a little more obvious. I think it's less likely to play out because of that. But again, these 2 targets I have below, only we have access to. And this will all make sense, guys. I'm going to share all this with you. Remember, you can access all these live charts on the website, pin in first comment description. $49 a month, get access to Bitcoin charts, Discord, and Twitter. And if you want to trade this with me, guys, so I'm going to be sharing, when I enter my trade, I'm going to share on Twitter and in Discord where I enter, where I set my stop loss, how much I even put into my trade. So if you want to sign up, my affiliate link's pinned down first comment description. If you want to learn how to set up a long, set up a short, set up a stop loss to protect yourself, I have a video, a tutorial showing how to get my chart into BitGet and to set up, to enter a long and a short and set a stop loss. I'll put a link in this video now. Remember, this is the end of the video where I show you how to set up a trade. So if you want to check that out and be ready, go ahead and watch it. Just to show you guys, so I created a new swing trading chart. It's called the C1ST chart. Created this on September 1st. Just want to show you how accurate this chart was. So we got rejected at 20,031. I said your next support level is 19,837. See all this support here? Notice we hit it. We pushed up. So your next resistance is 19,955. And you can see we pushed up. We got rejected. We came down. Notice we found support almost to the dollar again. We pushed up, the next candle opened above 19,738, so your next point too short was 19,824. Previous support, flip as resistance. Let's see how this played out. We hit it, we got rejected. I mentioned, I've been keeping you guys updated on Twitter and Discord, so the G1, A1BG chart is the next major support level to catch a bounce, around 19,534. We almost made it to that point. But this is what I was talking about. This is the next point too long. You see, we almost made it to that point, but you can see once the next candle opened above this point, we shot straight up. So again, just showing you, these charts are great for scalping, but I'm giving you macro targets. This is what I'm talking about. This ring that we're approaching, I'm expecting a major move. You can see what happened here. And this is the point I'm going into our first long. And I'm going to give you these 2 targets and show you the confluence is absolutely amazing. So again, this is the A1 chart. This is this chart here. This is published this on August 6th. And I just want to show you, so this is 3 rings back, all right? And I was telling everyone, I made a video about this. I was saying, look, when we approach this ring, we could ride up it, and we cross, we could drop. So you can see how this played out. Notice we pushed up the ring. As soon as we crossed it, we dropped down to support. Well, this is the next ring. This is a ring that already played out, but I was telling everyone to pay attention to this ring. I was expecting a big move when we crossed this ring, and it just so happened when we crossed this ring was when the Fed chair gave his speech. And after that, you can see what happened. We hit this ring, we got a pump, we crossed it, and we had a dump. And we're coming up on this next ring. So I'm expecting a big move at this point. And it just so happens Monday is Labor Day in the US, so the markets are closed. But guess when the markets are open? That's right, on Tuesday. And guess when we cross this ring? On Tuesday. So I'm going to cover this. I'm going to show you why this is the case and show you all the confluence. Again, so this is this chart. So let's go on. So this and there's, I'm going to show you this, and there's a reason I'm showing you this when I show you these targets. This was chart. This is the M1 chart. This is the point where I'm telling you where I'm going to enter my longs. I'm going to cover this. But I just want to show you. So this is the line I told everybody to short every time I hit it. I made videos about it. I prepared you. I let everyone know. Every time we hit this line too short. This is what I'm calling the God line. And so far, it has played out perfectly. Every time we hit it, we got rejected. This is published on March 23rd. I'm going to hit play. And you can see every time we hit it, we shorted here at it's like 48,000. We shorted again at around 46,000. This on line drawing, you can't see the wicks. We shorted again at 40K. And then we shorted this one. But this time it pushed above. Now, if we look at line drawing, it hit pretty much right on target and came down. But we got wicks up to this point. But still, even though we did push above this God line a bit, and this will make sense a little later while I'm telling you this, but even though we pushed above this point, we still had this line. We knew where to short. And I actually made a video about this. This was on August 14th. I said if we push up, even though we're above the God line, I said this is the next line you want to short. Every time we hit it, we get rejected. So the point to short was 25,136 right here. And the reason I knew that was because of this chart. And you can see that this is the line that said shorted every time we hit it. This line right here, keep in mind, these lines have been here way before price got to it. We find support down here, get rejected, support, rejected, rejected, and this is where I said to short at 25K. Look how this played out. That's right here. That's that line where I said to short at 25K. It was a fantastic short. And I'm telling you, I'm giving you the next point to enter your long trade. Now the reason I have this here, so this ring right here, notice when I move this is a fib circle. I made it orange, it was blue. But notice when I move it, you notice this ring below will move as well. This is one fib circle. And the reason I'm pointing this out is because when we hit this fib circle right here, this orange ring, we got a perfect bounce. It was a 40% pump, all right? We push up this point 40%. We're coming down to that next ring below. This ring down here, I'm expecting to catch a nice bounce. And I'll show you some crazy confluence on that. But just to show you, this is a published chart. This is published on August 31st, 2021. Now, I had a lot on this chart at the time, so I just put a curve here in place of that ring. But I want to show you, this is that ring that I'm pointing out right here. We got a bounce, right? Just showing how accurate these fib circles are and how it can give us targets way in advance to know where to long, where to short. But if you'll notice, when I hit play, watch what happens, this ring. See how we caught that perfect bounce right here? Pushed up, we came down, found support, we broke it, and then we dropped. So again, I'm just showing how accurate these charts are and how it can give us advantage to know where to long and short way ahead of time. So this is the M1 chart. So I can tell you right now, if we push up, this is the neckline right here, guys. This yellow line right here, this is the neckline of the head and shoulders we just broke down from. A lot of times you come up, test the neckline as resistance. So if you push up, an ideal point to short is 20,517. If for some reason it gets really bullish and this is a fake out, well, the guideline's sitting up there at 21,700. We know that, but we still have to get above 20,517. Now, because we're below 20,500, I think it's bearish. I think we have a lot of downside. Look at this Bollinger Band moving right up this ring. That is a lot of confluence. So let me show you these targets and why these are likely targets, all right? So there's three possible measured moves, and for each one of these moves I have a target. And remember, guys, my line is typically hit to the dollar. And the reason that I was showing you, about these, making these previous calls, when I make these calls in the lines that have never been tested, nobody knows about it. They end up playing out, they're almost to the dollar. But the more people that know about it, well, if a lot of people are entering a long and a short with their same stop loss, exchanges know this, and they'll send price up a little higher, a little lower to stop you out. That's why I'm keeping this a little close to the vest. But let me show you the confluence on this, all right? So right off the bat, you can see we're in this pattern. This is our resistance, our support. So if we just draw a line here, right, we just do something like this. Well, we know when we break down from this, this is a measured move from that point, right? Well, let's just go from here to here. So let's say this is the measured move. So if we just break down from this pattern, we're looking at something like this. Well, I know if we drop, the first point to catch bounce is going to be right here. I know that. That's where I'm going in heavy long, and I will share that on Twitter and in Discord. Let me copy this ring. So this is the fib circle I'm talking about right here. So I'm going to copy this and paste this into this chart. And you can see, again, this is the ring we crossed, right? And then the Fed chair gave their speech, and then the markets dropped, Bitcoin dropped. Well, we're about to cross this ring, guys, and it is going to be on Tuesday when we cross this ring. So your resistance to watch, we could get a pump up to around 20,500. At that point, I expect us to get rejected again. And if we drop, guys, I'm just showing you the confluence. This is one possible move. So if we come down, this is the first point I'm going to heavy ass long. We make contact with this orange ring. Now there's two other possibilities, and I just want to show you this. This is crazy how well this all works. So if I go from this point to this point, all right, so this could be a bear flag. If that plays out and we cross, right, well, that takes us down to this point right here. And this point right here is our previous low. This is one I think is less likely to play out because everybody's going to expect to long this point. This will be a double bottom, and a lot of times people will long this. You'll get a pump, and then it'll drop further. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think we'll make it to this point, or if we do make it to this point, we'll drop further. So that's why I'm going into heavy long at this ring when we make contact, right? The other scenario is this is a larger bear flag. So if we come from this point down to this point, and it just so happens I've got a target right here as well, and this, nobody has this target but us, guys. Only we have this target on this ring right here, right, where I'm going to my first heavy long with a stop below, which I will share on Twitter and Discord. If that breaks, we know this is the next point to catch a bounce, and I just showed you how damn accurate this chart was right here. again, this is published on March 26th. This line was here way before price got to it. Support, 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 resistance, resistance, resistance. We just broke this point. So we know, right, this is a likely point to catch a bounce, right? So that's what I'm saying. If we break the blue ring, which I think is very possible we're going to catch a bounce, just like I showed you previously. When we hit that ring, I get a lot of charts up here, guys. When we hit that ring, we got a perfect bounce. So I'm expecting to catch another bounce on that ring. So I'm going in a heavy long at that point. But if it does break, we know this is the next point to catch a long. And this right here would be a double bottom. But either way, I'm expecting a major move. I do think, just going by the previous ring, we got a major dump. It just so happens on Tuesday we crossed the ring, which is when the market's open. So I think it's very likely we could push up to potentially 20,500, get rejected. Again, this is my first heavy long right here. You know, I might chance a long here with a stop, but I have more faith in this ring playing out because people are expecting us to hit this target right here. So it's more likely we don't hit that target. We'll get a bounce before we hit it. That's why I'm going along there. And if we do hit it, then it's more likely it's going to drop past it to stop people out, and that's why I'm going to heavy. My next heavy long would be at this point. So I hope that makes sense, guys. If you do want to sign up to get access to the charts, the website's opticrypto.com. Again, the link will be pinned in the first comment description. $49 a month gives you access to these live charts so you can see the actual targets, and also give you access to Twitter and Discord where I'll be sharing my trade, entry, stop loss, take profit, all of that. And again, if you want to sign up for BigGet, my affiliate link's pinned down in the first comment description. You can get up to $4,163 to trade with depending on how much you deposit. And again, watch that video that I was talking about that teaches you how to set up a stop loss, enter a short, enter a long. I had that link pinned down first comment description. But that's it, guys. Just remember, I'm expecting on Tuesday to have that major move. And my first targets are here. If this breaks, my next one is here. But I'm going in a heavy-ass long here. And if we get down to this point, I'll go in an even heavier long right here. But that's it, guys. Trade safe, trade smart. I'm out.